Let's be real for a second. For years, the NBA All-Star Game was, well, kind of boring. It was more of a highlight reel than a real basketball game. The league knew it, the players knew it, and you, the fans, definitely knew it. So what's the fix? A radical new tournament that's designed from the ground up to create conflict and finally settle some of the biggest arguments in basketball. Let's break down how they're doing it. I mean, the difference between the old way and the new way is it's night and day. We're going from this casual, low-stakes exhibition with zero defense to a super high-urgency tournament where suddenly bragging rights and global pride are actually on the line. This isn't just a little format change. We're talking about a complete shift in the entire mentality of the weekend. And let's be honest, the biggest complaint has always been the total lack of intensity. You know the deal. Games with 200-point scores, guys lazily jogging back on defense, a game that only got serious in maybe the last 2 minutes. If we were lucky, it was clear something big had to change. So the NBA went bold. They didn't just tweak the old format. Nope. They blew the whole thing up and replaced it with a structure that is built for pure drama, a round-robin revolution. Okay, so here's the breakdown of how this thing works. You've got 3 teams, and we'll get to them in a minute, and they all play each other in these shortened, high-intensity games. Think of it like a group stage in the World Cup. Your record in those first 2 games means everything. Only the top 2 teams get to move on to the final. A single loss early on could send you packing. Now here's where it gets really good. The way they design the teams. This isn't random. The league created 3 totally distinct factions, and each one has its own unique motivation. This ensures that every single matchup is fueled by a specific agenda. This, right here, is the real heart of the new conflict. First up, you've got Team USA stars. This is your A-list, okay? The heavy artillery. We're talking about the biggest American-born superstars, the guys in the MVP race, the established faces of the entire league. For them, the pressure is just immense. They aren't just expected to win, they are carrying the weight of American basketball dominance on their shoulders. Anything less than a victory is going to be seen as a huge failure, a chink in the armor of the league's biggest names. Then there's Team USA stripes. Now, look, these are still elite, top-tier all-stars, but they're the players who are often seen as being just one notch below those top-tier superstars. So what does that mean? They are hungry, and maybe more importantly, they feel disrespected. So their whole motivation, their entire identity, comes from having that chip on their shoulder. Their game plan isn't about one guy going off, it's about playing together, playing tough defense. They are out there to prove one thing, that in a short, intense tournament, pure hunger can absolutely crush superstar hype. And then there's Team World. And this is where the whole storyline just explodes. This team represents the global revolution that has totally reshaped the NBA, with incredible players from Europe, Africa, Canada, you name it. And make no mistake about it, this team is absolutely stacked. We're talking about international MVPs, NBA champions, they're loaded. For years, we've all debated this. Could a true Team World beat Team USA? Well, now we actually get to find out. And let me tell you, they are not showing up just to be polite. They are coming to make a massive statement about the new world order in basketball. This format doesn't just change why the guys are playing hard, it completely changes the strategy on the court. Because these aren't full games. They are all-out sprints, where every single decision matters. Think about the old game, where players could kind of ease into it, find a rhythm. Not anymore. That is gone. In this format, there's no such thing as late. You don't have time to warm up. If you don't come out firing from the opening tip, your team could be eliminated before the final game even starts. And this quote just nails it. It perfectly illustrates why defense suddenly matters so much. Because the games are so short, a team doesn't need to play lockdown D for 48 minutes. Just a few high-intensity possessions, maybe even just 5 key stops, could be enough to swing a game and decide the entire tournament. Even coaching is totally different now. Rotations aren't about being fair and making sure everybody gets some playing time. No way. Now it's all strategy. Which lineups have the best chemistry? Do you ride your stars the whole game or trust your bench? These are tough calls that have very real consequences. So when you put it all together, the teams, the format, the strategy, you start to realize this is about way more than just some trophy. This is about settling some of the biggest what-ifs in the entire sport. The narrative stakes are just crystal clear. If a Team USA wins, it's business as usual. It's a reaffirmation of their historic dominance. But what if Team World wins? Well, that's a powerful, undeniable statement that the global basketball revolution isn't just coming, it's already here. The entire story of the league could shift on this one game. At the end of the day, this new format is a brilliant move. It transforms a sleepy exhibition into a high-stakes battle for the future story of basketball itself. Every single matchup is designed to answer a question, settle a debate, and most importantly, create that competitive fire that the All-Star Game has been missing for so long. By literally manufacturing these arguments, the NBA has created this experiment that feels both urgent and really necessary. But it leaves us with one final huge question to think about. Is this manufactured intensity the permanent fix? Or is this just the beginning of the next evolution for All-Star Weekend?